Alright. I am back and test the things once more. That worked. But this one. Didn't show up on that one. Oh well. One should. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There we go. There we go. That one. Chat. That one is. Could be. Why is that one not working? Because no, it should be working. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'll just refresh cache. Refresh cache. There we go. Alright. As I know that both of them are indeed working. So I did a bit more grinding. I can easily get all this in like a day, 2 days. So I'll be doing that tomorrow or Saturday. But for in the time being. Oh. Wait, what the fuck? Why do I need— what the fuck? Why do I need people?
말뚝을 쑤셔 알물 깨치기 위함이라.
Alright. This is green lights blinding our eyes and loud alarms rupturing our eardrums. I've gotten used to it by now. I have been rested from my refuge of sleep once again. Thanks to the alarm, the sinners begin waking up one by one from their naps. All previous night has ascended once again. Even amidst that chaos, Faust remained as calm as ever. He walked up to the helm and shut off the alarm. Already. It was supposed to be a really rare occurrence. Yes, it is a rare occurrence, but its frequency is not something we can reliably predict. Now, I guess going back to sleep's out of the question now. So there's a chance that it goes off next week, huh, too? Possibility is there, yes, yet I don't believe that it would happen so soon. Take some time for Mephistopheles' engine to resonate. Faust, who was busily interfacing with the device while answering Rhodia's question, came to a sudden stop. What's up? Is there something wrong? No, everything is under control. This is within the predictable range of variables for one such volatility. I merely paused to contemplate how I should explain this to you and the rest of the sinners, Dante, considering that this will be a new environment for all of you, that is. New environment? I looked at her curiously, but I did not voice my concerns. As she was already walking toward the back door, Faust was not going to answer my question anyway. It is said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, in this case, a first-hand experience. Yep, knew it. Oh, those are humdrum daily lives are spruced up once again. You know, it wasn't that long ago that you were scurrying all over the cabin and placing weird decorations everywhere. Don't tell me you're already tired of it. Forsooth, I believe that we've had more than enough celebration for that occasion. Dante, please lead the way. The bored sinners seem to find this new possibility of an adventure somewhat exciting. They slowly got up from their seats with enthusiasm. We again made our way to the back door. Dante, the door on which this volatility occurred is in the direction of the dungeons, which we gotta head toward my room. Yes, please open the door. He did say something about the corridor changing depending on who opened the door. I walked across the corridor, trying to recall what Faust once told me. Nice. We're not going into the restricted zone this time. Unlike the other time we had to, while off duty, jump to the rescue of some dumbasses who decided to saunter in there despite the repeated warnings. I won't do it again, alright? Gone against a warning twice already. We're far from the most trustworthy sinner among us. I'm not saying. Agreed. I have done it only once, in case thou weren't aware. Shut it to you. I'm starting to enjoy this raucousness among the sinners. Hoping that this camaraderie would last for a long, long time, I turned the handle and opened the door. Aha! That door. Right, the door had transformed into an oddly familiar shape. This looks like one of those doors we saw back at one of the Lobotomy Corp branches. It is identical. It appears that different shapes are overlapping over the door, but all of them are of the same design. Correct. The overlapping shapes are more clear evidence that Wahlberg's night has returned. Opening now. The door creaks open and another corridor appears before us. This is another Lobotomy Corp branch, ain't it? The longer I look at it, the more familiar it becomes. This place definitely looks a lot like those Lobotomy Corp branches we've been to. Wait, smart arse. We could just pop open a door leading straight into one of them one of them branches. Why are we doing any of this tour bus business? Ain't we wasting time and effort out here? There are numerous inaccuracies in your statement that must be corrected. I will tackle them in reverse order of your presentation. First, Walpurgis Night is an unpredictable event that not even I could predict. To base our entire operation on such an unstable element would be a plan most foolish. I suppose that's true. Heath, let's try to think a little before we speak, okay? Heathcliff scowled at Rhodia's remark, but soon grew dejected once he noticed that the other sinners were nodding in agreement. Well, I won't completely deny the possibility of pursuing that method. However, I must clarify that this is not a real Lobotomy Corp branch of the city, merely a result of Walpurgis Night's mutation of the corridor. Therefore, I can say with quite the certainty that this is not aligned with our current mission, which is to retrieve the golden bows from the branches existing in our current reality. Right. Will you stop it with your lecture when I apologize for speaking without thinking? As I have said previously, I won't completely deny the possibility of pursuing that method. Besides, there are more inaccuracies to be addressed. More? I didn't think there was anything more for her to correct, but Faust clearly seemed to think that there was another critical error in Heathcliff's statement. Without even flinching and wearing that serious expression, he looked into the distance. This is not one of the Lobotomy Corp branches, Faust muttered. Not one of them? So this isn't a Lobotomy Corp facility. This is not a branch. We are at a Lobotomy Corp headquarters of the past. Point in time and the branch of possibility uncertain. So this is the broken wing. Indeed. Ah! We find ourselves at a control team hallway of the former L Corp headquarters. I can sense the rising apprehension among the sinners. So this is where it happened. I don't remember it since it happened before. I mean, my amnesia, but everyone in the city knows about that incident. The source of the blinding light that enveloped the city for days, which then sunk everyone into utter darkness for the next. But Faust appears unaffected by the general air of anxiety of those around her. Instead, she continued to look into the distance, away from the sinners. Maybe it's because she doesn't care, or maybe what she already knows it doesn't faze her. Are you waiting for something, Faust? I am. There's more to this volatility than the volatility phenomena we have experienced in the past. Soon it will. Before Faust finished, the lights of the corridor suddenly switched colors. It has begun. Oh no. What treachery is this? Is this what they call a site burial? A different siren would play if an event of a magnitude requiring that level of response had occurred. Then what the hell is this? I'm really not liking the look of that red light. They're here, ahead. I followed the tip of Faust's finger, which pointed towards the same direction she'd been looking at this entire time. A seam of unknown origin began to coalesce there. Is that a machine? And a bizarre machine of sorts appeared there. This is an ordeal. Color green. Time dawn. Oh. Easy. All units. We don't need you to spell it out for us. That menacing pile of scraps coming this way. Everyone seemed to know that something like this was going to happen. They prepared for battle, warily eyeing the mysterious machine. At an abnormality too? No, wait, it feels more like a picatula? I instinctively blurted out the immediate sense they gave off. Look to Faust, she'll know what to say. Instead of giving me an answer, however, Faust brandished the Zweihander and stepped forward. We must first suppress the entities. Dante, prepare the identity cards. Aww.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서. 가족을 위해. 꿰뚫려라. 방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을
깨달음은
텐데.
괴롭지. 깨달음은 괴롭지.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로 계속 나아가 보자.
먼지를 떨어내줘.
깨달음은 괴롭지.
엎드리도록.
깨달음은 괴롭지. 다 죽어라.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어. 적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
야, 설마 벌써 죽었냐?
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만
Jesus.
여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고
마음은
빈틈없이
고통스러운 것.
모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
그 오물을
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수
결국은
있도록.
이렇게 떨어지죠.
깨달음은 괴롭지. 이제 끝내지.
Good.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어. 적들이 충분히
Oh, no.
나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
불길 속으로. 나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면 이제 끝내지.
완전히 있어라. 야, 설마 벌써 죽었냐?
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠. 묵은 먼지도.
Ah. Eventually, we managed to reduce the machines to a pile of scrap metal. Whew, Frau Faust. Gotta be a reason we decided to stand our ground and fight instead of shutting the door on them, right? Yes, we stand to gain more reward by defeating them than by fleeing. Reward? Gregor repeated, clearly expecting her to elaborate, but Faust ignored his gesture and instead began to observe the walls and items around her. What were the nature of these entities? Yisong stood next to Faust and began to muse alongside her. They are entities that used to appear in Lobotomy Corp headquarters. Entities similar to, yet different from, the abnormalities. The Lobotomy Corp headquarters used to call them ordeals. Ordeals. I see. Then this corridor, which is evidently not a containment unit, also utilized to contain certain entities as well. These monsters have a tendency to spontaneously appear during certain periods. Monsters, like monsters of the outskirts? I suppose that is one way of looking at it. However, that comparison may grow increasingly inaccurate as we delve further into the technicalities. All I can share with you is that you will eventually come to know more of it, Dante. Like the nocturnal march of 100 like the nocturnal march of 100 demons. Heh, I like it. Oh, Dante, there is something I must inform you, yeah? There is a high chance of these ordeals or encounters of similar intensity appearing from these volatilities. I recommend challenging every occurrence of these encounters. So she says, guys. I really don't like this lighting. Aha, I welcome thy preposition. 'Tis two birds with one stone indeed. We may find entertainment as we train ourselves to be better. Except for Faust and Yisong, who are quietly exchanging their observations, each sinner began rowdily sharing their impressions. Well, I guess that's a more reasonable proposition than let's just doze off in the bus until we find land. Hopefully, Faust or Yisong will one day find the time to explain their findings to me. Right, we had to get moving. I approached the sinners to get us going. Oh.
대충 다 작살낸 모양인데 빨리빨리 돌아가자고.
Yep.
이 정도면 의뢰한 놈도 만족하겠지.
Probably doesn't matter if I defeat all of them or not. I mean, maybe I'll get something, but warning, warning, land ahoy! Karan, who had been quietly holding the helm for a while, suddenly spoke up, as if on cue. Everyone in the cabin simultaneously jumped up from their seats. The crew's joy at the end of this long journey was palpable. Finally, is it over? My eyes well with tears of relief. Ah, if they ever let us go on a vacation, remind me to preclude any seafaring options. I think I've had enough of the Great Lake for one lifetime. And if some sinners began to visibly relax with the realization the long lake voyage had finally come to an end, others rushed to the windows as if they were expecting anything to have changed while we were away from the shores. You guys are being so overdramatic. Back in my sailor days, sailing the Great Lake meant that we'd have to spend at least 3 years at treacherous sea out of any landsman's sight. Right, I think I've heard that exact sentence a few dozen times by now, so... Agreed. You have made your point, Ishmael. I found it difficult to tolerate when you began sharing that story for the 4th time. You guys were the ones who complained that no one had any fun stories to tell. Just as we were exchanging a few meaningless jabs at each other, Mephistopheles suddenly jerked violently as though something had exploded. Of course, we were all promptly thrown about the bus boat like rag dolls. Is everyone okay? Ow, can this bloody bus come to a smooth stop for once? Wait, bus? Heathcliff was right. I took a quick look around and realized that the cabin had transformed back to the shape of the bus we'd grown so used to. Karan hit the transform button. Click clack. Karan, can you give us a warning for once? At least a turn signal or something, please? Yeah, Karan, please. Bus boat don't have turn signals. Too bad, bug guy. I thought there was going to be some complicated procedure to transform it back to a bus. I guess it just happens with the click of a button, huh? Thought we'd have to stop by a workshop or a boatworks office again. One of many functions of Mephistopheles is that it can remember every form of property it once possessed. Therefore, it follows that once it takes a certain form, it can refer to it or any of its previous forms at any time. I see. Anyways, we're finally back on land. Aren't you glad, Heathcliff? You've been so looking forward to this. Huh? Oh. Heathcliff's face lit up for a brief second before a vortex of complicated feelings overcame him. Then, oi, vroom vroom lass. Are we at B-Corp? Heathcliff was talking to Karan, but she did not reply. It was because he didn't call her by her name. Or maybe it was that she didn't really know where we were either. She always drives wherever her whims take her, after all. This monochromatic gray hue is reminiscent of that place indeed. Yet there is a disparity. Yeah? I suppose it was of a different monochromatic hue than whatever this is. B-Corp, District 20. I've never been there myself, but I've tangentially experienced it via Yisong's Fathoms of Ego. Yeah, that place was supposed to take our clothes away, wasn't it? Some patience here. We are still in the back street. We are getting quite close to the place you know so well, aren't we? Virgilius, you had no reason to provoke him like that. Is there a reason we're going through the back streets instead of heading straight to the nest? Huh, you're right. Why are we going through the back streets anyway? I'm curious as well. The back streets roads are rife with danger and winding, roundabout paths. This carries an unnecessary risk, does it not? I would also like to highlight that the immigration process is significantly more lenient when one is migrating from a nest to a nest than it is when migrating from the back streets to a nest territory. Ishmael's question to Virgilius had opened a whole new floodgate of questions from other sinners. Looks like you have all grown rather chatty since we first. You must know that it won't change how I choose to answer your questions. Ask me all you want, but I will not spare the time to give you a comprehensible explanation for your convenience. What's wrong with asking for some explanations if we're being led through a questionable path? It is your job as our guide to tell us where to go, isn't it? Don't tell me that we haven't been authorized to enter T Corp's nest yet. And here I thought Limbus Company was a proper business. Sure, it's relatively new, but I thought we had a rather substantial backing. We can receive proper authorization to enter most nets should we request it. Then why? It's the company's will. Virgilius silenced the entire hubbub on the bus with a short but low growl. My job as your guide, to plan a path toward the destination, as requested by the company. Selecting this path was also a part of accommodating that request. So, please know your place and shut your mouth. Perhaps the commotion was getting to him. I could tell that Virgilius was rubbing his ear out of frustration. Well, if that's the case. While doubt was still apparent on Ishmael's face, he nodded affirmatively. He was acknowledging that there was little we could do about the orders from the company itself. Alarms? Huh, that alarm again. Is someone listening in on us or something? It was one conveniently timed alarm, don't you think? That is unlikely. Dante? Like always, Faust looked into the bus's terminal before giving me a look that I've come to recognize. Yep, another volatility to take care of, huh? Yes, it is. Another one? Didn't we just wrap up a backdoor volatility? Oh, I think I know what this is. First were the mirror dungeons and the Luxcavation dungeon. So it's gotta be. Faust considers Herr Gregor's growing aptitude for deductions to be positive development. It's the refraction railway, isn't it? Bus soon fills with the sinner's exasperated sighs. Thought it. It's that bloody subway tracks again. Railways really wear me out every time we enter. Well, since the last one was called Line 2, is this going to be Line 3? That is likely, yes, though we cannot say for certain before observing it for ourselves. Dante. I know. Going through the refraction railways takes a lot out of me, too. So far, each refraction railway has had new and different patterns, and the enemies we faced in there were all much more powerful than any other enemies we faced before, but it's also true that I see a noticeable improvement in most sinners' combat prowess once we've had a run through the railway, not to mention the copious amount of rewards. I don't remember exactly when it was, but Faust once took the time to explain the railway's abnormalities to me. That the abnormalities we battle in the railways are probably not the same ones that exist in the world that we live in. So, it's not like we'll be able to capture them and bring them back, but they're perfect for practice, just in case we run into their real versions. Whichever is the case, going through the railway will be a net positive for us, so get going then. I took a quick glance at the sinners, and then opened the door to the back door. Half an hour of many fucking stories, man. Of detour tales. Eesh. Mini episodes, rather. Whatever you want to call them. Anyway. Now it's actually fucking time to begin. Fueled my flesh, flame their bone. I mean, I could probably go all the way to the end, depending on how long this takes me to fucking read aloud. They're finally here, hey? Heathcliff looked out the rolling bus window with a dour expression. Though it wasn't raining, the road outside was gray and opaque like an overcast sky. Black, pungent clouds of smoke had long devoured the atmosphere. So this is the kind of place Heathcliff used to roam. The color remains gray and this seep into the heart of the back streets. I recall with quite the certitude that the T-Corp I arrived at after my departure from S-Corp was sepia-hued. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that the technology used to drain our saturation is situated at the center of T-Corp. It has been reported that such variations in hue may occur in areas further away from its sphere of influence. Ah, I understand. Then, two other sinners immediately jumped in on the conversation to direct it away from whichever obscure subject these Song and Faust were about to steer it into. Oh, right, I had something to ask you guys. Oh yeah, me too. What? I mean, yeah, that's, oh yeah. The buildings here look a little different from where you Song used to live. So I'm just wondering if there's anything up with that. Exactly, that's exactly what I was about to ask. It's been a while since we started on this journey together. I was starting to grow more comfortable with the sinners. Maybe that's why I found Gregor and Rhodia's valiant effort to keep this conversation remotely comprehensible to most occupants of the bus pretty amusing. Allow me to elaborate then. To discuss this subject, we must first... Andy Song, unknowingly shooting down their effort by jumping onto another complicated discussion, was another side I'd become familiar with. Well, I was curious at the technology T-Corp uses to train our color, and about the behind-the-scenes of T-Corp's operations. It wasn't something that could be answered now. I decided to table this discussion for later. Instead, I approached Heathcliff. He was sitting on his lonesome, surely in deep thought. Ah, Clockhead. Still racking your head about what to wear to Wuthering Heights? What? No, it's nothing like that. Heathcliff protested, jumping up from his seat. Looks like I hit the nail right on the head. Fine, I was. A little bit. But I was mostly reminiscent. I do remember hearing that Heathcliff used to live in the back streets. A part of some syndicate, if I recall correctly. Virtually did say that we were going through the back streets instead of going straight to the T-Corp. That's for a reason. And it was because of the company's orders. Maybe there's something for us to do here. Heathcliff did spend some time at the T-Corp back streets after all. Maybe we'll run into a golden bow here. No chance. The golden bow was as found as any other twig in some back streets. Why'd we be doing any of this globe-trotting waste of time? True, I guess. Besides, Wuthering Heights is quite the manor in more ways than one. You won't find it anywhere near some rundown back streets like this. There's a chasm of wealth between these poor alleyway sods and them. After all, they've sent me an invitation. Quite obvious that we'll find our golden bow in that manor, in it. Or at least somewhere in the same nest. Correct. We will eventually travel to T-Corp's nest. Heathcliff continued to speak in a low voice. The hubbub from outside the bus seemed to blend with his words, turning into a mass of murmurs. There was a sort of commotion outside. Before we talk about wherever our eventual destination is, we'll have to clear the road of some blockade. Your intuition is half right, Heath. Heathcliff, who was muttering to himself in an uncharacteristic daze, jolted awake. Bloody hell. What's wrong with you and the vroom vroom lass? Neither of you ever do anything with a proper forewarning. I simply did not see the necessity of warning you. Anyway, those outside the bus are our targets. Targets? I believe that he means to say that they must be eliminated. I feel compelled to let you know that that is not the only implication of the word target, though I am yet to be informed of the precise details of this mission, that is. Regardless, you are to make contact with a target among them. Find the target, then extract the necessary intel. Is this clear enough for you, Manager? How are you supposed to find this target if you're not even going to tell us who it is? Dante asks if there are any identifying characteristics to this target. I'm sure you'll find out when you get there. You are asking me questions I have no answers to, Dante. Don't waste your time. Well, off the bus all. I was somewhat wary of the way Virgilius answered me, but even in murky situations like these, we've always managed to pull through anyway. I'm sure things will get a little clearer once we get there. I slowly disembarked the bus with the rest of the sinners. Well then. Alright. Oh. I get... Oh, I get trinket stacks from... Trinket stacks for, this as well, huh? Let's see.
좋아, 몸 좀 언제나 준비되어 있다.
He'll eventually be at a level that I want to use him for.
원하신다면
The time being, though.
라만 차렌들을 뒤엎는다.
I was headed your way, Aniki. Don't worry about me. I'll handle them. Try not to get yourself killed, you got that? What a mess. We walked out of the bus and right into what appeared to be a battlefield of a violent gang war. Black cloaks flutter under the gray sky, and bloodthirsty blades clash violently. The bus had stopped not even 30 paces away from the thick of the battle. They're the Kurokuma clan. Kurokuma clan. I've heard of them before. I'm sure we had some identities from that syndicate. Some identity cards said Wakashu too. They're a pretty large subsidiary of an even larger syndicate called the Thumb. I think the identities or outfits similar to the ones they're wearing here. You're right, but who are they fighting? Gotta be a strife. Heathcliff replied in a monotone voice, like he was reading from an encyclopedia. It ain't a rare sight to see syndicates fighting one another in the back streets. Must be something about street tax or some other trivial turf dispute. Leeches, blood-sucking curs seeking to oppress and exploit the weak with the violence. Aye, there's nary a place these scum do it not infest. It ain't anything new, lass. Most syndicates are like that. The only difference between them is how far they're willing to go. Like, right there he is. Looks like that one over there. The one walking right at us. Heathcliff raised his bat and pointed it at the approaching man. He wore the same outfit as the other Kurokumo clan members. The hell are you looking at? Kinda like you're here to start shit. Gonna keep pointing that bat at me? You wanna go? Is that it? Hey, lower your weapon. Let's not do anything rash. No need to escalate this further, is there? Otis stepped in to warn Heathcliff, but he did not budge. He remained motionless, the bat still raised and pointing threateningly at the approaching man. No matter what we do here, it's a foregone conclusion. That we're going to have to fight him? Right on, lad. If they're in the middle of a strife, they'll be real sensitive about making it clear that this is their turn. What better way to do it than forcing some unwitting travelers to pay the toll for the road? Eh, looks like we've got a smart one here. The Kurokuma clan henchman started it before us like he owned the place. Just as I begin to wonder how dumb you could possibly be, you show your shrewd detective side. Gotta say, it's a mystery. Ishmael muttered at Heathcliff, who was shrugging at us with an expression that clearly read, "I told you so." Well, since it looks like you clowns already know how this works, let me get straight to the point. It was 500,000 on per person. 500,000 on? Let's see here. 1, 2, right, I count 13 of you here. Since you guys all rode in on a bus, I'm sure there's a driver in there too. Don't just skip out on us now. I'd like it if we didn't have to make this business messy by going through the bus ourselves. Did you hear that, Hadate? This is totally a highway robbery. It kind of is, isn't it? Well, it didn't really matter how much they were asking for. I was going to negotiate with them anyway. Ishmael turned and looked quietly in my direction. I nodded back. Halt there in that field of battle. Don Quixote pointed at something. There lies a wounded dame. Must make haste and rescue her. That what's agreed, no? And just as Don Quixote said, I could catch a glimpse of someone bleeding out on the ground through the chaos of clashing blades and black cloaks. Wait, what did I say about this justice rubbish? This is a syndicate turf war, yeah? One's more or less on a roll than the other. Agreed. It is no complicated mathematics to expect unnecessary allied casualties in this effort should we involve ourselves in this conflict. Alas, I do not wish to leave her behind, so undefended. I guess it's an improvement. In the early days of our adventures, we would have been dragged into this conflict 5 minutes ago thanks to Don Quixote's recklessly valiant rescue attempt. I suppose she's learned her lessons by trials of fire. She was starting to show restraint for once. But it's a bit different this time. Okay, so I do think that we have to help that woman. But... Oh! What? Azure. I didn't think that this was what the knot was about. No, I'm not saying that we should get involved because it's the right thing to do or anything like that. If Virgilius was telling us the truth earlier, there's a chance that we were purposefully made to drive right through this strife, which means that there must be something here they're expecting us to find. They always put us in danger's way for a reason after all. I just have a feeling that the wounded woman might have something to tell us, maybe an intel of some kind. And if it turns out that we were supposed to get that intel from the Kurokuma clan, and not that woman, then I suppose we'll have to beat it out of them. Oh, marvelous, excellent executive manager. I, Otis, am actually awestruck by her genius. Actually? What, is she implying that her usual flattery is phony? I don't like the way you're treating Kurokuma clan like we're some pack of stray dogs. I don't think I missed that sympathetic look you gave her, which could only mean you clowns are chummy with the Blade lineage. I could practically hear our negotiations, not that I was going to negotiate, falling apart as the man drew his blade. Professional deliberation followed by a sensible decision. I will return my appreciation for your magnificent leadership with a flawless victory. All units, prepare for battle. Well then.
먼지를 떨어내줘. 꿰뚫려라.
좋아.
All right.
죄인인가? 그 오늘을 다 죽어라.
걸려라.
피를.
묵은 먼지들.
I shall be setting that up somewhere. Probably like right about, yeah. There we go. Ooh.
가자.
Get that set up for when the eventuality.
꿰뚫리고. 먼지를 떨어내줘.
이제 끝났지.
자.
감내해야 할 고통.
무기를 만드는 것만큼 내가 어버이보다 뛰어났지.
불길 속으로
Alright.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be taking a break at some point to grab food, as well as let my throat rest a
이렇게
little.
떨어지죠.
But it won't get that much of a break anyway.
따뜻.
So whatever.
가족을 위해.
그 오물을 가져가라. 자, 가져가라. 영원히 잠들어.
아류탄초 경혈 육시 찢겨라. 흐르는 비옥은 쏟아내.
자, 한 건 했고.
Alright. SAD. All bark, no bite. Truly a disappointment. While the rest of the sinners were slowly recovering from the excitement of battle, Don Quixote did not waste a second before bolting forth to the woman's side. Heart's out. I must check thy pulse. Oh, you can check her pulse through her forehead? Didn't know that was possible. The lady lives. So this, alas, is the intel we need? The sinners one by one began to gather around the woman. She was dressed in an all-black garb like the Kurokuma clan members, but her weapon and her outfit were unmistakably distinct. Blade lineage, huh? I looked around at the defeated Kurokuma clan members, and back at her. The difference became even more apparent. The Don Quixote slowly and tragically shook her head after checking the pulse on others. City manager, I've questioned some Kurokuma clan members during the battle, but no notable intelligence has been gained. So it's just her then. I hope my gut feelings prove me right. Lady doth appear to be the sole survivor. We must move her to the bus and administer first aid post haste. What dost thou say to that? Yeah, don't see any other way. Don't carry a first aid kit with us, and I can't turn the clock to heal her, so... Mersault, do you mind carrying her back to the bus? I do not. Thus we made our way back to the bus. Mersault, carrying the dying Blade lineage member. I see that you've hauled in another baggage. Julius didn't seem very happy about this. Manager, since when did bringing in unauthorized, unverified guests into our bus become such an acceptable practice? Yet no choice. We have to save her first if we're going to get any answers out of her. Dante explains that this individual will be of no use to us deceased. If she carries the intel we need, then we must first ensure that she survives. On that, Faust agrees with Dante's decision. What's done is done. However, do be mindful of bringing in strangers onto this bus from now on, Dante. I had a feeling that Virgilius had much more to say than that, but he simply sighed and dropped the subject. Well, I believe that Manager Esquire has made a decision most just. Thanks. Just as I was starting to dread that this bus was doomed to be eternally uncomfortable, you saw me emerge from the back door with good news. I have done what I can now, and before he even finished his sentence, the woman was awake. Oh, nice. Time for a story?
당연한 결과죠. 저는
No, time for
선택받았으니까.
battle too.
그럼
That's fine. I feel like that I am getting trinkets, sacks. For continuing the story. So, that's good. It means that I won't have to do as many rounds of going for. Right. You. Right? Yeah. Or you. I think I'll go with you.
삶을
그 battle.
깨치기 위함이라.
Where? B, the bus? Welcome to the bus. And oh, we are... An Odachi? Ah. The blade lineage woman sprang from her prone position, grabbing the sword next to her. She holds a grip of her blade, ready to draw it at any moment. Identify yourselves. Are you with the Kurokuma clan? No. So we're... Why does that woman wield an Odachi? She will not listen. We should kill her. Yosho! She pisses me off for two reasons. One, she refused to listen, making this conversation longer than it needed to be. Two, she dared to compare their scrap metals to my blade. Is there any reason for me not to proceed with her? OOF? Obliteration of forehead? Fuck? Yeah, there is. She can't tell us anything if she's dead. Yoshu often shows bursts of emotion in the most unexpected times. At least she listens when I ask her to, which is a relief. I suppose your blade is not exactly like theirs. Her uniform is totally different. And you, who might you be? You certainly wear a rather loud timepiece. Are you unable to communicate otherwise? They are our manager. Their vocalizations will not reach your ears. I recognize the scent your voice carries. It's familiar. Even in the districts that I have resided in, have I not met fellows who speak as I do? Speak as you do, indeed. Yet I sense familiarity in your choice of verbiage. Must be from District 19, S-Corp, are you? As though I have fled, that is where I hail from. I see, so you have also left your home behind. My compatriots oft share the same fate as we do. Perhaps meeting someone from the same home and district helped. The woman visibly relaxed before slumping down on a nearby chair. Her breathing was labored. My name is Yusong. I have operated on the wounds you have suffered. Ah, so I have acted with such brutishness despite your kindness. Please accept my apologies. Call me Engdu? Engdu? Eng? Ang? How do you pronounce that? Ang? 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 I think that's how you'd pronounce it, right? I think that's how you would pronounce it. Aindu? I am a Sosu from the lineage that deals in blades. Oh, Dante, maybe we can leave this talking to Yusong this time. It looks like we can sit back and let him handle this. I nodded, replying quickly to Rodia's whispers. If you are from District 19 S-Corp territory, you must be aware of who we are. I am somewhat aware, though I am far from acquainted with tales from the streets. I have heard that the Blade lineage is bound to no master, no land, yet whence you flee. It is a tale far too long to be shared in full. All I may divulge, that we had no choice but to seek a territory for us to thrive in. Perhaps there is aught that we could do to assist, should you deign to impart us particulars of your pursuers. Angdu? The shot a sweeping glance at all of us. Her eyes appeared heavy with crushing exhaustion. If you and your followers were skilled enough to defeat this group of foes, then all of you must be quite capable. Kurokumo clan has put a bounty on our heads. Our mentor, my fellows, all of us. Hold on, this ain't just any other strife then. That sounds more personal than your usual turf war. As it has always been, District 19 is fraught with corruption and disturbance to the lives of the public. There's very little that us men and women of the Blade, who seek naught else but to train and walk the path of martial arts, can do to change the wing, now known as Solpipio? Solpipio? That's the best I can do. Solpipio Agro Industries, or S-Corp. As the old saying goes, what other choice does a monk who abhors his temple have but to leave it behind, as we have departed from our home? The people of S-Corp suffer still. They had departed in search of a new home, yet it was no easy journey. Most territories have already been made home by others. In order for us to settle, conflict was unavoidable. In the midst of those conflicts, I have the memory of our mentor bringing us an invitation. An invitation to enter a library of sorts. Library of Runa, huh? Lover Julius, who had been sitting quietly with one leg over the other on a chair far from the rest of us, has visibly reacted. I think I remember that. The word library always got a genuine reaction out of Virgilius. You have the memory. Quite an odd way to phrase your own recollection. We arrived at the library, hoping to escape the Kurokuma clan's clutches. But all we had done was to lead ourselves into just another field of battle. We were handily defeated. Then all of a sudden we found ourselves stranded in the back streets of T-Corp upon our waking. The bizarreness of such an experience can only be described by an expression just as odd. Ah, mentor Bamboo-Headed Kim. Yep, he's back! He's back! Her eyes suddenly widened mid-sentence. Aang Du leaped from her seat. I believe that our mentor remains there still. Must make haste to Yongjing building. Be not so hasty. Such wild movements may tear the wounds that I have. Huh? What the heck? Is she dead? It is no surprise that a sudden rise in blood pressure in lieu of blood supply would cause one to faint. She has merely lost her consciousness. You're right, Manager. She did have some useful intel for us. Yongjing building. I suppose we have some business there then. Maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know what this has to do with our mission, if any. Or maybe it's that library that we should... Danger, danger. Bunch of people in Mephi's way. Swinging swords around. Black clothes. Hazarders, move out. Protect Mephi. Executive Manager, they appear to be Kurokuma clan's reinforcements. Well, what can we do? I'll have to think about this later. For now, let's take care of the reinforcement. Well. Well. Oh, mother. You song, you're gonna be fine. Alright. Yep. A lot of reading. Boy. I would not be surprised if I definitely do have to do a second part of this intervalo. Because, oof.
자, 한 건 했고.
이제 끝내지. 불길 속으로. 이제 끝내지. 죄인인가?
뚫려라. 자, 한 건 했고.
깨달음은 괴롭지.
따뜻한 피.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로
먼지를 떨어내죠.
꿰뚫리고 엎드리도록. 꿰뚫려라.
영원히 잠들어. 다 죽어라.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠. 자, 한 건 했고.
Alright. Is there going to be more text? Oh,
어린 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는
There will
생각나지
be-
않을 거다.
a short film. Alright. Alright, so I want to use song. Rodion, Gregor, and Otis. This song, Rodion, Gregor, Otis. All the blood fiends, yeah. That's all the blood. Nope, that's all the blood fiend. Rodion, Otis, and Gregor. I want all three of them before the end of the season. Good. And I think I will probably be doing Mirror Dungeons even without the weekly bonuses eventually. After all, why not? Since I still get three, basically 2/3 of the Battle Pass XP every clear, so. Alright. Now enough of that distraction. But I do think I will be... Yeah. I think I will be right back. Alright, I am back. I have food.
삶을 깨치기 위함이라.
먼지를 떨어내줘. 묵은 먼지도
걸려라. 제대로 찝었군.
먼지를 떨어내줘.
그 오물을
자, 한 건 했고.
엎드리도록. 결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠. 먼지를 떨어내줘.
감내해야 할 고통.
무기를 만드는 것만큼은 내가 어버이보다 뛰어났지. 가족을 위해.
다 죽어라.
산초류 경혈 온 라샹. 끝을 낼 시간이. 꿰뚫려라.
이제 끝내지.
자, 제대로 찝었군.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
아류산초 경혈 60 찢겨라.
좋아. 이제 끝내지. 이제 끝내지.
먼지를 떨어내줘. 아류산초 경혈 60 찢겨라. 따뜻한 쏟아내.
Alright. Ah. We returned to the bus after dispatching the Kurokuma clan members that attacked the bus. Only to be greeted by an unfamiliar face. There was a woman sitting in the frontmost seat of our bus. Interesting, guide. I believe that we've both made it quite clear that no guests are to board the bus without prior consultation. That discussion was not even an hour ago, in fact. Yes, we did. No outsiders, to be exact. Isn't it clear as day as to who she is? I noticed that she was wearing a familiar uniform with the logo clear blazoned on her chest. Are you from the LCCB? LCCA? The after team monitor clock. Right, I could see that she was wearing a red emblem on her shoulder. Huh? Wait, can she hear what you're saying? No, don't have any talent in TikTok interpretation either. It was pretty easy to tell with that blank, stupid look they were giving me. Don't even have the common decency to mince your Ishmael scout about to tell the woman off and be confident and collected herself. Maybe she suddenly recalled her old attitude. I am team leader Kaiman. The Limbus company clearance after team. Normal operations are unit 2. I don't think I've ever seen anyone from the after team in person. Ah, of course not. All that them blokes do is sweeping in to pick up the spoils after we've done all the hard work. Let me set some things straight, backstreet smut. What? The outer team is charged with cleaning up the mess you ungrateful wastes of lives leave behind. Sweeping in to pick up the spoils? No, we did the very difficult work of sweeping your stinking shit under the rug. Wastes of lives? Is that how you guys see us? Oh, but that's not all. Wastes of lives, bumper cars, the most expensive bus in the world, meat shields, maniacs with more luck than they deserve, and then some. It doesn't seem like the most relevant conversation topic for now, though. You better change your tone, now. If you give me one reason to, then I will. Unfortunately, it is my personal philosophy to be stubbornly set in my ways unless I'm given a good reason to change. sure it's your job to collect the golden bows no matter what. But I'm having a lot of trouble scrounging up even an ounce of respect for a group of half-wit idiots who don't give a damn about people who have to clean up after them. That's enough, Team Leader Kaiman. Very well. I wasn't sent here to reprimand them. I'm here to relay the orders from the head office. Kaiman produced an envelope, opened it, and pulled out a paper from within. He began to read it aloud. LCB, additional mission assigned prior to T-Corp Golden Bow retrieval operation. 1. Eliminate and/or rescue the distortion in the area. 2. Recover the monolith, an artifact in the shape of a black seal, from the same site. A monolith? What's this now? Distortion? Are you saying that they've already distorted? I don't know. Limbus company clearance is not a part of this extra operation. I was merely ordered to relay this information to you as I happen to be taking care of some other job at T-Corp. I believe that our one and only mission was to recover the golden bows. Since when did it become our job to play errand boy fixers? But since now. Besides, I don't see what the difference is between an average errand boy and your team. All you ever do is picking up and delivering the golden bows now. Right, I guess the after team is full of grouches like you, huh? Modian grumbled like she was imagining a department full of Kaimans. Kaiman quietly took a sweeping look at the complaining sinners, then approached me. Under clock. Yes? Can't hear what you're saying anyway, so just listen. Allow me to kindly explain some things for you and your minions, since all of you appear to be so out of the loop. Kaiman crossed her arms and leaned against the bus seat, as though she was about to start a lecture. LCB's primary objective is to retrieve the golden bows, yes. Can't deny that. But parading around telling everyone that Limbus company specializes in retrieving the golden bows would be stupid, don't you agree? And it's not exactly the most lucrative business, if at all. I suppose so. I've been wondering about the company's finances for a while. Where do we even get our funding from? Oh, there's no need for you to concern yourself with the company's finances. We have more than enough capital to do what we want. With what the company really lacks, however, is public standing and a cause. A cause. Limbus company decided to find our cause in distortions. No significant organization has yet to take in charge of measuring instances of the distortion phenomenon. I told me some time ago that it hasn't been so long since the distortions began appearing in the city. Limbus company is building our reputation as a professional distortion prevention and control company that doubles as a research center for the distortion phenomena. Which means that we need to produce real results in more ways than one, that is. I did hear that this epidemic of distortion phenomena can be pretty annoying to deal with. No one has properly defined what these distortions truly are. This means that not many are willing to jump into dealing with this new phenomenon blind. We did hear that some are preparing to launch an association primarily dealing with distortions, but that's all it is, an association. We intend to deal with it on a corporate level. Right, but how's that any of our business? What reason do we have to go out of our way to tussle with those distortions? Here's how it's your business. The order came all the way from the top. The highest authority of our company. Don't they teach you how to follow orders in the slums? Ah, that does it. You're not leaving this bus alive, Manager. Kaiman ignored Heathcliff, who was visibly fuming, and turned to face me. My attitude towards your minions, and the company's attitude toward them. It all depends on the choices you make, and your leadership. With that, she produced an envelope from under her arm and handed it over. At the end of the day, though, the choice is yours. Your men aren't completely wrong. If you would like to focus solely on your primary mission, the golden bows, then fine. It's not like the company is going to kick you and your mutuals out. But do understand that the company's treatment of the sinners may change depending on what you decide to do here. Virgilius listens quietly, his eyes shut. Now then, Red Gaze, I'll be taking my leave now. Until next time. Fine, but next time, I'd prefer it if you would watch your language. These meat shields are still under my guidance, so try not to disturb me as well, Well, that depends on what the manager does, doesn't it? Excuse me. She left, leaving nothing but the awkward silence behind. Be gone, bloody prick. After that brief moment of quiet, everyone began sighing and complaining as though they'd just been ungagged. I always burst a blood vessel listening to all that. I thought I'd softened my temper with age. Still, good work keeping things non-violent, guys. He said anything wrong, though. Not wrong. Although, still. I found her manner of speech quite convenient. There was no need to unnecessarily read between the lines, and little trouble understanding it and organizing my thoughts accordingly. Understanding her and organizing my thoughts accordingly. I guess that's one way of looking at things. Anyway, she's right that we really don't have much say in the matter. If the company asks us to do our jobs, we do our jobs. I don't have anything to add myself. I have no issues with following orders. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I tried my best to cheer up the sinners as I opened the envelope she left behind. Not much of a note it was in there. One old-fashioned walkie-talkie, a bunch of signed and stamped paperwork, and, mission location, Yongjing Building. Let's go, Karan. Yongjing? Right. Berg? Got it. I'm feeling it. Bzz, bzz. Here we go. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. Yeah! Judging by their lack of surprise, both Karan and Virgilius already knew where to go, and the bus took off. Well then.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다. 그러니 가릴 것 없이 마음껏 마셔.
Next one. To
나만
battle.
사람들을 기억는다. 가족을 위해.
걸려라. 제대로 찝었군.
엎드리도록.
좋아. 삶은 고통스러운 법.
꿰뚫려라.
자, 한 건 했고.
또한 용서할 테니.
가족을 위해. 따뜻한 엎드리도록. 너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
가자.
다리우스 초청을 찢겨라.
야! 가자. 야!
그 오물을 떼어내주지. 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
꿰뚫려라. 너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
죄인인가?
따뜻. 쏟아내.
다 죽어라. 이제 끝내지. 이제 끝내지. 피를.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠. 오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다. 그러니 가릴 것 없이 마음껏
Might as well
마셔.
get this thing.
우리가 이룰 수 있는
Yep, might as well get that. And then the halfway point. Yeah.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Oh no. Text for me to read. And something continued to nag at the back of my mind during the frequent stops and combat encounters. There was this one thing that I just could not understand. This is pretty much expected from Virgilius at this point, but if he already knew where we were going, why? Would it hurt to tell us for once? I muttered to myself while looking toward the back of the bus where Angdo slept. She was still out cold. Come on, Faust. I legitimately think that this is something we have to talk about. Can you please relay my question to Virgilius? If you won't do it, then I will. The journey can't always be sunshine and rainbows. Some friction is necessary. You, their guide. Otis relayed my question, then began to share some of her own grievances with Virgilius. A lot of her own grievances. Are you finished? Oh, you're not wrong. I did hear most of the details through the radio. And here's why I didn't tell you in advance. It's because you're the kind of people who never learn until the problem crashes through your front door. Would you have done anything differently if you knew in advance? It'll only serve to give you an excuse to whine about. So there it is. What now, Manager? Will you refuse this mission? How could I? They're already treating us like dirt. If I refuse this, I can't imagine how much worse it'll get. I'm sure you're thinking, how could I? And you'd be right. I could tell from the way he's looking at me that he already knew what I was going to say. I'm starting to wonder if he really can't hear me. Our guest is awake. You should go and ask her for directions. Karan's intuition can only take us so far. Got that right. Anyway, again, this would have gone much smoother if we had been told where we were going from the start. Like always, Virgilius felt the need to add comments like that before shutting me down and turning away. He'd already closed his eyes. Allow me to explicate our present circumstances to her. Song got up with an awkward smile in an attempt to clear the air. After some time, Song seemed to have successfully explained our circumstance to Angdu. She was standing next to Kara and trying to give her proper directions. She had also told us that, as long as we assisted her with her mission, she wouldn't mind us taking the Black Steel for ourselves. Turn to the right there. They've already set up camp there. The people dressed in Kurokumo's clan's garbs are wandering around the building, standing guard before its entrance. Up to Mitor Bamboo-headed Kim. Delaying further will only allow the distortion to grow more powerful. We must enter the building as soon as possible. Angdu had already leaped out of the bus and was rushing in with her weapon drawn. We quickly followed suit. Well, she's dead. Probably. She's probably dead. She's probably dead. I spoiled myself. She's not dead. Oh well. I mean, I expected it, but... I didn't want to find out how. Just... Would she end up dead? No? Okay.
길 속으로
So...
가자. 야!
깨달음은 괴롭지.
제대로 찝었군.
쏟아내. 너희의 무기로 그 가족을 위해 찢겨라.
Alright.
결국은
이제 끝내지.
걸려라.
이 또한 용서할 테니.
먼지를 떨어내줘. 꿰뚫려라.
그 오물을 다 죽어라.
자,
묵은 먼지도
가자.
이제 끝내지.
자, 한 건 했고.
다 죽어라.
Ah, damn it. Looks like this was the last one of them. Ah, the aroma of blood. Some splattered fresh, some old and growing viscous. Yeah, I can already tell that there will be a collage of different blood splatters waiting for me in there. I'm excited to see this collection for myself. This one expresses brutal thoughts with such nonchalance as one muses about their next meal. Whichever may be the case, the way is open. We must move with haste. Angdu did not hesitate for a second before disappearing into the building's entrance. Man, I'm impressed by her energy. Wasn't she knocked out cold just a few minutes ago? It is sheer willpower that moves her. What other choice does she have when her superior is captured? Ah, from the name alone, I expected Yongjin building to be much taller than just 6 floors. Building it all. It is a common naming convention in the back streets. I looked up toward the rooftop of the building Honglu was looking at. Suddenly grew curious. What time is it right now? Need a mirror? My head doesn't actually tell time, you know. It is 2:10 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon. Not midday, but it's not supposed to be this dark, is it? How is it this gloomy and dark at 2 in the afternoon? I'm starting to lose my sense of time in here. It's particularly dark around this area we're in. Well, compared to the smoke core days, it's still bright as a sunny day. I suppose that's true. Back streets of T-Corp are known to be in a perpetual state of murkiness. Their machines ceaselessly discharge heavy plumes of smoke, which cloud the skies. That and the constant color drainage keeps the back streets of T-Corp dark and dreary. Of course, I must also inform you that the conditions have improved somewhat after the smoke war due to the various extenuating prohibitive conditions introduced by the outcome of that war. It limits the production of smoke before the war. You have no time for idle chatter. Come now. We hurried toward Angdu's urgent calls. There were more middle-aged bastards left? What the last took them all out already. They were nothing but mewling minions. The size of their bravado ill matched their immature skills. They foolishly decided to stand their ground instead of retreating upstairs. An electric buzz of sorts played from the radio I had stashed in my clothes. Is someone calling this radio? The sound became much clearer when I unfolded the antenna from the radio. LCD here, LCD here. Can you hear me? Acknowledge, come on. A voice coming from the other end of the radio was upbeat, to put it mildly, and very chaotic. Okay, I just had to press this button, right? Well, I'll talk, but it's not like you can hear. Ha 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 ha. Actually, TikTok. Oh. Alright, I called you for a reason. Just calling to relay a message, so don't bother responding. Huh? Okay. We don't have much time, so let me keep it short. Remember that black seal you guys were sent to retrieve? The monolith? I'm picking up a super huge bump in the monolith signal in the area near you. That signal can force people to distort for your information. Huh. Force people to distort? We have to contain it before that seeping signal goes completely out of control, okay? What the heck is this? Oh, my bad. I've got some stuff going on over here, too. Yeah? Anyway, I've got to keep this short, so let me just emphasize that time is of the essence here. Over and out. The call dropped before any of us even had the chance to say anything. He's, pretty lively, huh? We don't have time to sit around dumbfounded, Clockhead. Let's crack on. Everyone, I think the elevator's broken. I see that you and your fellows now also have a reason to hurry. I said we break through their lines and rise through the stairwell. What say you? We don't have a choice. Come on, let's go. I put the radio back in my pocket and began running up the stairs. Oh, that.
손이 열쇠보다 강하다. 그것을 분명하게 깨우치게 했어. 그리고
Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Enter. Oh, shit. You. To battle.
정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
Oh man. Ooh, seriously, this stairwell is a real challenge, isn't it? Not the Kurokumu clan, guys. Curious, is it not? What is? That they filled the stairwell full of weaklings who clearly don't know what they're doing. Perhaps they weren't trying to stop us from going upstairs. Perhaps they were afraid of retreating upstairs. No, it can't be. Angdu's expression darkened. Maybe she had an inkling of a bad omen. Dost thou worry for thy mentor? Don Quixote carefully settled sidled, trying to decide with a sympathetic expression. How could I not? What kind of person was Mr. Bamboo-headed Kim? Angdu appeared conflicted, as though she was having trouble organizing her own thoughts. She shook her head and sighed. He was a steadfast man, protected what needed protecting, killed what needed killing. He was always one of the Blade lineage's finest. I dare say that he was one of the most skilled swordsmen within the lineage. A man of few words, who always sought to take good care of those under his wings. Only he hadn't made that decision. My fellows would not have met such a terrible fate. Oh. Sinclair half opened his mouth, apparently curious about what that decision might have been. But he soon realized that this was probably not the time to pry, and quietly closed his mouth. Whichever may be the case, I have no choice but to make haste. Then we have no choice but to make haste with her. Ah. Well. Time for a fight.
삶은 고통스러운
Time for a fight.
걸려라.
불길 속으로 불길 속으로
비로군. 엎드리도록. 너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
불길 속으로
꿰뚫려라. 아류산초 경혈 육시 찢겨 쏟네.
제대로 집었군.
깨달음은 괴롭지.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
그 오물을 떼어내주지. 죄인인가?
제대로 집었군.
깨달음은 괴롭지. 이제 끝내지. 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠. 결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
따뜻한 꿰뚫리고
묵은 먼지도. 자, 한 건 했고. 자, 한 건 건 했고.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다.
Alright.
그러니 가릴 것 없이 마음껏 마셔. 그게 우리가 이룰 수 있는 유일한 꿈이니.
돈 벌러 가자.
불길 속으로.
걸려라.
만찬에 집중해.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
가족을 위해.
그 오물을 다 죽어라. 이 또한 용서할 테니.
꿰뚫려라.
가자.
따뜻한
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
너희의 무기로
가자.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
이제 끝내지.
따뜻한
제대로 찝었군.
들이도
그 오물을 떼어내주지. 피를
이제 끝내지.
불길 속으로.
아류 산초 경혈 60 찢겨라. 따뜻한
자.
다 죽어라.
가자.
산초류 경혈 5 라샹. 꿰뚫려라.
Ooh. Yes. Anyway.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지
Or
않을 거다.
lunacy.
그러니
아,
가릴 것 없이
백혈기로.
마음껏 마셔. 그게
The Catula. This is probably overkill, but
돈
Feel
벌러
better.
가자.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
꿰뚫려라.
그 오물을
제대로 찍었군.
깨달음은 괴롭지.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠. 먼지를 떨어내죠.
다 죽어라.
가족을 위해.
좋아.
엎드리도록.
영원히 잠들어. 그쪽도 죄인인가?
걸려라. 제대로 찝었군. 가자.
좋아. 삶은 고통스러운 법. 다 죽어라. 삶은 고통스러운 법.
쏟아내라.
Food. Food. Did we just fight the Picatula? Yes. Their appearances are rather dissimilar from what we have encountered before. They appear to have grown more acute. They are evolutions of each Picatula. The kind of Picatula one transforms into depends on the types of sin that one has embodied in life, though it is no surprise that there may be variations to them. But we've never encountered anything like them before. Collecting the golden bows could have expedited the Picatula growth process. Those bows, they really have something to do with everything, huh? Our job is starting to look a lot more serious. Right, that reminds me, these Picatula are each supposed to represent some kind of sin, right? Sin. My thoughts grow distant all of a sudden. No, the sinners grow distant while my thoughts draw nearer. Their voices grow muffled. The word sin feels oddly unfamiliar today. It appears that they have lost their sense of self. Their original forms now forgotten to oblivion. Self. Aren't distortions kind of similar to that? People become distortions and some people become Picatula. I wonder what the difference is. I think I know. Planted in the hearts of all are seeds with ever-present potential to bloom. Addictive manager? What did he say? Oh, it talked over yet, so I couldn't hear. If you would allow me to continue, maintaining the self even at times of extreme stress could cause one to evolve into a distortion and When the light of that day descends upon the hearts of every human, blooming the seeds buried deep within them. Manager? If one's... What? Something is something. Devoured by their sins, they are born in the form of the... Distortion? No. Their image reflecting the... blah 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 blah, dreamt by those who are nothing. Dante, what is... If one withstands... Yet their sins, the heart... What the hell? Blockhead, what in the bloody hell are you talking about? I ill like the sound of that. Has something gone awry with their prosthetic head? Yet if one seeks to bear the shell of their original hearts. Ego? Is that what you were speaking of? In a world perceived through their own, that shall be unveiled to their egos, melt into by of sin. Huh, they're starting to talk a bit like my grandfather. Huh? Manager, your head! City Manager, your head is on fire! Oh, what a blaze. I think they're about to explode! Only those who can define their own... Oi! We got to do something before Clockhead bites it. Got any bright ideas, lass? I know not what to do. Only those who are awakened to their own... Ah... 'Tis scorching. I had thought that Matter Esquire's flaming head was murdered for style, for I had not once thought to cheat from it. Gosh, what if they accidentally activated a self-destruct sequence? Like the seat, if we don't douse it now, it's going to melt everything around them. Yes, the operating principles are the same. Dante is via the golden bows, connected to the root of the sapling planted in the subterranean area of the headquarters, which is to say that... Who gives a shite about the bows? We've got to douse the flames on their head. Water. Doest nay one have water? We must make haste and douse the flames. Sometime later. Pray tell, art thou recovered? My eyes, if I had eyes, that is, opened slowly. I was lying on the ground, surrounded by the sinners. What happened? Do you not recall what had transpired? I guess I don't? I do remember walking up the stairs and suddenly feeling really dizzy. Doesn't matter. You must visit a workshop to get that looked at as soon as we return. Huh? A workshop? Did I malfunction or something? Don't talk about them like you're talking about some machine. Either way, there wasn't anything we can do about what just happened. Not here. We'll discuss this later once we return. What just transpired does not seem to pose any hindrance to our mission. Angdu, where is... She has advanced without us. While I remain curious yet concerned about your condition, we must reconvene with her. The situation calls for urgency. Yeah, okay. There was a lot I didn't understand, but since we were in the middle of an operation, let's deal with this first.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Oh,
그렇겠죠?
actually, depending on if, you know, I'll probably be fine with using 52 more lunacy. Why did this have to break? Why now? There was a nervous-looking man on top of the stairs on the uppermost floor of the building. I could immediately tell that this man was unlike any other foe we faced in this building. It better be quiet in there. I hope that thing at least stays put. He kept looking into his pocket watch as though he was expecting something awful to come out of that door. His scarf, which hardly resembles the Kurokuma clan's standard outfits, suggests that he is a relevant individual in this case. It's possible to extrapolate that from his outfit that he is of a higher rank than any foe we have defeated on the course to this location. Then, before I even had the chance to suggest waiting for a bit to come up with a strategy, Angdu was already shouting at the man. He must be a captain of the Kurokuma clan. What the? You wish to hunt the blade lineage? Very well, here I stand before you. Face my blade. I suppose this means that my men are all dead, huh? I'd toss you into that office if I could, but the merchandise is still in there. Yeah, come on. Suppose I've got no choice but to fight. Please allow me to introduce myself. Then you can tell me who you are. Name's June, captain of the boys you killed. Aindu, Sosu from the lineage of Blades, follower of Mentor Bamboo-headed Kim. The hallway before the door falls silent, as calm as a winter dawn. The two warriors, blades drawn, begin to take cautious steps, as though they are attempting to gauge the distance between each other. Ha! There was a sudden flash when I came to my senses. The pair had all suddenly switched sides, facing away from each other. The outcome of this clash... Ah, come on, that's it, huh? Miss Aindu appears to have been Aindu's defeat. She fell to her knees. I mean, I was just getting started. I'm surprised you even had any energy left for that attack. Been fighting the Kurokuma clan henchmen at the front lines before I even had the chance to catch up. No wonder she's exhausted. I'll also remind you that she was on the verge of death not so long ago. She has overexerted herself. What, are the rest of you gonna fight me too? This hardly seems fair, me against all of you. This June rested his blade on his shoulder with an annoyed scowl. Could tell from his single clash against Aindu that he wasn't going to go down easily. I don't like that we're all ganging up against this one guy, but we've got one loud-ass clock for our head. What even is that? Some local T-Corp clock-shaped prosthetic fashion or something? It is a clock, right? You there. Is that clock head on time? Mate, what do you think? A clock ain't for telling time. Huh? What do you have to decapitate yourself for? What a useless clock. Okay then, any of you got a timepiece? A clock, a watch. Anyone? My stupid watch broke again. The sinners wordlessly began to surround June. I guess not. Are any of you even wearing a watch? Must all be insane, sauntering about without a timepiece. Even if I did, I would hardly find it within myself to show it to thee. You're all really getting on my nerves. You know what? That's it. I'll be in deep shit if I let anyone in there anyway. Come and get me. I'll cut you down if it's the last thing I do. Oh. Oh well. He's starting to live. Or, you know, take care of it anyway. Ooh.
걸려라. 제대로 찝었군.
다 죽어라. 불길 속으로.
엎드리도록. 가족을 위해 따뜻한
깨달음은 괴롭지.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
삶은 고통스러운 법. 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
아득한 조건.
깨달음은 괴롭지.
감내해야 할 고통.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
엎드리도록. 이 대만찬에 집중해.
다 죽어라. 이 삶이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
불길 속으로. 그 오물을 떼어내주지. 그쪽도 죄인인가?
아류산초 경혈육시 찢겨라. 쏟아내.
There we go. Good. Now let us converse for a moment. Angdu seemed to have recovered somewhat as we fought. He bound June with a rope before throwing him to the ground. I do not expect a mere captain to know why your organization has put a bounty on our heads. But I cannot quite place the reason you are standing guard before this room. It's as though you are protecting our mentor from us, of all people. Wait, it wasn't just you, was it? Every Kurokuma clan filth we killed on our way up to this floor stood on our path like they were protecting something with their lives. Fine, here's the truth then. You're the victims here. We're the victims here. What? Whatever do you mean? You guys really have a way of pushing my buttons, huh? We weren't part of the party pursuing you or cutting you down. It was none of my business. You're just one of many syndicates or organizations that were unlucky enough to be on the Thumb's shit list. Our run-in was just a coincidence. We were ordered by the Thumb to stand guard next to a black seal here. That's all. Everyone was on edge because we were supposed to transport it elsewhere pretty soon. And that's when you Blade Lineage bastards appeared out of nowhere. Out of nowhere? Hey, so this is where our mentor has awakened. You... sounds like you know something that I can't say I've ever heard of a tech that could blip people into existence just like that. Thought they were using a singularity or something. Besides, the Blade Lineage never had a chance. Our numerical advantage was insurmountable. Of course, we had your friends cornered. We had no trouble cutting them down until there were but 3 of you left standing. Then, all of a sudden, your boss's eye suddenly began to glow and... cut down everyone around him. This was a one-sided slaughter. What? Then, you got that right. Blade Lineage, Kurokuma clan, it didn't matter. He cut through everyone. So what the hell was I supposed to do? What were we supposed to do? I'm their captain. The lives of my men were my responsibility. I had to save them somehow. So I stayed behind to guard the door while my men guarded the entrance to this building. What other choice did I have? Shit. Delivery deadline's coming up. I'm finished. This won't end with me having to cut off a finger or two. Damn it. Aindu struck the back of June's neck with a swift precision and dropped him to the floor. Aindu? That man had already been subdued. Wherefore didst thou? I merely put him to sleep. He would have caused us trouble had we attempted to enter that room while he was conscious. I must talk to the mentor. See him with my own eyes. Have you gone deaf, lass? Your boss will cut down to anyone who gets too close. No, that cannot be. Dante, we can infer from what information we have gathered that... Yeah, I agree. There's a powerful aura coming from behind that door. I can sense it. Our mentor. Lying Dude's hands tremble as they wrap around the doorknob. You must prepare for battle. I know that mentor Bamboo had a Kim will do no such thing. He stabbed the door open, only to come face to face with a distortion. Yeah.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를
Here we are.
피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다.
Bamboo had a Kim.
가릴 것 없이 마음껏 마셔. 그게 우리가 이룰 수 있는 유일.
Oh dear. Yeah. I think I'll go with this one.
이 소리. 폭풍.
불로 정화하고
Alright.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Okay, so I might actually be ending this in one stream too, huh? This intervallo. Mentor, what is this? I recognize these wounds. These are your techniques. How can you put your blade to our fellows? Attempting to communicate seems futile. Pitch black flames lingered behind this man he called Bamboo-Headed Kim. Her mentor. Something had devoured him. There was something in his eyes. Fiendish malevolence. I could definitely sense it. This was a distortion. Cease your beastly howls and talk to me, please. Say something. Like, don't get too close. The distortion unsheathed its blade in the blink of an eye. It sensed that something had entered its range. I sensed. You're really going to kill. Get out of the way! As Angdu stood there, confused, Sinpar urgently hurled himself in her direction. In that brief moment, the distortion's blade descended upon them as though it bisected the very space they inhabited. I surmise that Sinpar has entered the distortion's range as well. You have no choice but to suppress it. We tensed up, sensing the changing atmosphere. We slowly raised our weapons. Oh boy. Alright. Time to read. Oh. So I want to win clashes. Okay.
불길 속으로.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck it, that does seem fine. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. No. Gain SP, my guy. You need to gain SP.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
먼지를 떨어내줘.
You motherfucker. Fuck. Fuck. No. Stop it. Stop gaining SP. Stop losing SP, rather. Fuck. 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 Oh no. I mean,
삶은 고통스러운 것.
Damn it! Good. Good. Okay. Okay.
이
어.
삶이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Yep.
제 본분을 지키지.
Both of them are probably dead. Yeah. Oh. Do it.
엎드리도록.
수많은 우리가 일순한다. 너는 즉시 사라지리라. 그것이 세상이니라. 그것이 곧 나.
Shit, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Oh well.
걸려라.
Mm. Favored. Struggling. Neutral. Favored. Favored. Dominating. Good. That should be fine. Cool.
수 없다면 직접 후회를 새겨주지.
산초류
Gain its speed.
라샹
Yeah. Gain its speed.
끝을 낼 시간이.
Good. Fuck.
걸려라.
Good. Fuck. Asshole. Oh. Good. Okay. I might actually pull through. My first try. Oh my god. This song is probably dead. Oh well. Everyone else is probably gonna be fine.
수 없다면 직접 후회를 새겨주지.
Good, good.
달려라 루신한테. 정의는 승리한다.
I mean, if I stagger him, then... Did I? No, not yet, at least. This song's dead.
너희에게
Oh well.
순식은 없지.
잊었던 건가?
Hopeless, what the fuck? Rip Rodion, maybe. Yeah. Oh well. What? Yeah. You are such.
주라디야, 죽도록 달릴 시간이다. 목을 내놓고 있도록. 품속에서
I hope that this guy can single-handedly
목을
take
내놓고
him
있도록.
down.
하나, 둘. 지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려라.
He might be able to do so.
목을 내놓고 있도록. 가둘 수 없다면 직접 후회.
Oh my god, I did it. Holy shit.
와일드 헌트야, 더 앞으로. 캐서린에게 내 사랑의 절규가 닿을 때까지.
10 turns. Fuck that shit. Oh. 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 How long would this one take? I have no clue. All I know is I'm coming back here when I have better IDs Thank you. Because, yeah. At the very least, though. I think I will be doing the dungeon. Why not? I have plenty of time. Uh. The bamboo-headed Kim kneeled and caught his breath. Something began to shimmer behind him. This is a dungeon, a mirror dungeon of the Fathoms. This is just like the ding-dongs, bar and friars, huh? It's Yunbong's, Gregor. Yunbong's. He has already entered the dungeon. So we've got to follow the bloke, eh? Yeah. We were ordered to secure the distortion as well, so... An immense heavy sensation emanates from within that space. That monolith has to be somewhere in there, too. Let us follow. She was clearly dumbfounded by the turn of events. I could tell that she was determined to see this to the end. We had nothing more to add. Advancing. This place has taken the likeness of S-Corp. Not just anywhere in S-Corp. They call this place the Fathoms of Ego? It appears that mentor Bamboo-headed Kim's memories are affecting this place. Is there aught from his past that you are aware of? No, nothing in detail. I don't believe I have the right to divulge a depiction of his past based on hearsay either. And Angdu continued in a morose tone when he appeared so suddenly at this building. I don't suppose he had much trouble cutting down the Kurokumo clan henchmen. I am certain he was flanked by competent men and women. Would not have mattered how many henchmen they threw against the mentor. Nothing short of a Kurokumo clan officer could have given him any trouble. In fact, I surmise that he would have been able to cut down 100 of their men on his own. But not all those who accompanied Master Bamboo-headed Kim were as powerful as he. His capabilities lie far beyond our own. His fellows must have fallen one by one before the endless onslaught of the Kurokumo clan henchmen. And I cannot help but imagine that the sight must have reminded him of a rather tragic event in his past. An unpleasant event that likely shook mentor Bamboo-headed Kim to the core. That alone fits numerous criteria that he could write for a manifestation of a distortion. He was in a very receptive state to the monolith's influences as well. So that is how the mentor became beholden to his blade, like a fiend. Yet, still, how could he? We remained wordless and advanced as Angdu despondently muttered to herself. It was all silent, save for the sound of our shoes lightly pressing into the soft soil beneath our feet. And based on... yeah... can't do anything like using a support. Ah, man. Oh, well. Fucking. Right over there is the boss. So, gotta grab as many ego as ego gifts as I can, so that means 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So no matter what, I'm going over here. Then over here. Over here. Then the question is, do I want this one or this one? Oh then. First of all, you. Then you. Or you. All right. So battle.
알을 깨치기 위함이라. 불길 속으로. 그 오물을.
Dang.
완벽한 거리.
But oh, ooh.
결국은
Ooh.
이렇게 떨어지죠.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
Fuck. Fuck. Ooh.
나의 승리다.
Alright.
완벽한 거리고. 뻔하지.
Cool.
따뜻한 엎드리도록.
자, 한 건 했고.
Alright.
나의 상대는 어디 있는가?
Now, what would have been probably a good idea is leveling up my multi-crack Heathcliff for use here. But oh well.
꿰뚫려라.
걸려라.
뻔하지.
삶은 고통스러운 법. 불길 속으로.
쏟아내
기지 끝내지.
엎드리도록.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
But man, I am glad that there's not a lot of dialogue here. Ugh. Gives my sword a break.
먼지를 떨어내줘. 묵은 먼지도
엎드리도록. 완벽한 거리군.
좋아, 가져가라.
엎드리도록.
먼지를 떨어내줘.
꿰뚫려라. 쏟아내 따뜻한
묵은 먼지.
기지 끝내지.
자, 한 건 했고.
I think I'll go with this one then.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
가자.
꿰뚫려라.
불길 속으로.
걸려라.
엎드리도록.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
완벽한 거리군.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면.
따뜻한 꿰뚫리고. 별거는 상처다.
What the fuck? Bro.
삶은 고통스러운 기지 끝내지.
나의 승리다.
자,
Fuck. Okay, good.
가자.
Go.
따뜻한
Holy.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Good. Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Don almost died. Oh. Nice. I'm not gonna read all this. Oh, 티스. Ah.
어려운 수법은 아니더군.
Oh. That's not useful.
버틀러 차원 가방 준비
Oh, wow.
완료했습니다.
Oh no, Don's gonna die because of the bleed.
가자.
깨달음은
Oh,
괴롭지.
Don didn't die. She's living, she's healing.
가자.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
이제 끝났지.
따뜻한
Don lives.
마음은 고통스러운
Ah,
자, 한 건 했고.
I was a little worried about Don. But I knew Don could survive.
결국은 이렇게
나의 승리다.
그 오물을 가져가라.
Alright. I don't have any blade lineage. Alrighty, so whatever. What is to see?
어려운 수법은 아니다.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh hell yeah, brother. For sure I don't have any Blade Lineage or Kurokumo. I know I have Shi Association. Oh, I do have... Oh, right. But I'm not gonna use that one. Although it's pretty nice. It is bleed. But I'm not using it. Ah. Yes. Alright. Good enough.
나만 차렌들을 뒤엎는다.
That thing behind him is... Indeed, that is the monolith. The artifact must have entered his fathoms of ego. The moment it imbued bamboo-headed Kim with strength. The manor must be where the Mentor's last protectee resided before we departed S-Corp. Ah, such massacre. Mentor, was this carnage the memory that was haunted? That has haunted your dreams and your waking hours for so long? Yet, the deaths of our dear fellows... A tear begins to well in Angdu's eyes. Tears begin. Holy shit. Tears begin to well in Angdu's eyes. Ah. Again, something murmurs in my head. Is this bamboo-headed Kim's past? A somber voice, drenched with woe, echoes in my head. For a fleeting moment, I once had this thing people call honor. Vile men whose hearts are consumed by evil oft approach virtuous officials to seek harm. And I considered it an honorable deed to be a protector of the virtuous, to hew those that sought harm against them. Yet to be virtuous in a world of the vicious was to be prey to this merciless world. And before such overwhelming might of the vicious, the irrevocably corrupt officials, my strength was inconsequential. I had little choice but to leave S-Corp, cradling my broken spirit alongside my fellows. I have left my scarred honor behind at the land of my failure. We became vagabonds. Lost, wandering, and weary. Aimless drifters without a place to call their home. Even their faith in my decision to believe it began to crumble piece by piece. So did my faith in myself. I began to fall apart. I have already failed once. What's there to say that I am not failing my dear fellows once again? The least I could do is to help them lead a stable life. Yet that invitation I received only led them to their demise. In the end, I failed my mission. I failed my honor. I failed my dear fellows. Again, I am returned to the land of my failure. The voice continued to murmur, yeah, but it had evolved into nothing but a low growl, a quiet and incoherent rumbling. And I can't help but feel a bit of sympathy at his suffocatingly painful past. But that's exactly why we have to face him, free him from this distortion, Guys, we're putting an end to this. Right here, right now. Yes, it appears that we have no choice. Limbus grown far too agitated to function properly in this battle. It's all up to us now. Well, time to see how well we fight. Alright.
가자.
Get his SP up, boy! Oh. Good. Uh-oh. 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 Damn. There we go.
가자.
Good, good. Ilmara. Hey, everything is dominating. Good.
가자.
Fuck.
꿰뚫려라.
자.
Fuck.
먼지를 떨어내줘. 내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식.
Oh well. Fuck you.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Fuck you. What? Bro, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
이런 수치가
I don't understand. Fuck.
가자.
Okay. I hate this boss, man.
걸려라. 가자. 가자. 차.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Yep, staggered and dead. Ah,
죽음을 피할 지식은 잊었던 건가?
well,
가자.
it's over. Well,
이럴 줄 알았으면 한탕 좀 제대로
fucking
해보고.
seriously. I hate this. um, there's no fucking way for me to do that. Thank you.
젠장 어째서?
Oh boy. Okay, I'll actually return the title back to the part one. Because, yeah, I tried. I tried. I tried. Fuck that. I'm leaving that for another time. So I shall see y'all next time then. Goodbye.